Hi everyone, it's Chenzo from Reality Art Pod, here to talk about the challenge Season 40, Episode 21, titled Reunion Part 2. Last week on the challenge, the players reunited to celebrate the wins of Rachel, Jenny, and Jordan, and nobody noticed that Casey wasn't there. Before I dive in, if you like what I'm doing, don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't. As always, my recaps aren't meant to replace the original material, so if you missed the episode, I encourage you to seek it out. I put a link in the description for you to try Paramount Plus for free. But let's dive into it. The first segment is about the Vacation Alliance and how they threw Josh under the bus in the game. The show does acknowledge Casey exists, with Devin breaking down that Anissa, Tori, Casey, Josh, and Devin were the only real members of the Alliance in his eyes, but Bananas says they recruited Michelle, Olivia, and Jordan. Devin claims he's investigating members of the Alliance. There's one person in the audience laughing, but nobody in the room seems to know what Devin is talking about. Devin and Bananas squabble about whether or not Josh should have done more for the Vacation Alliance, with Josh tearing up. I said at the time they were being too hard on Josh, and I still stand by that. Corey and Josh still have internet beef. Corey is taking shots at Josh on social media. Corey still hates Josh. Then they show the raw footage of Josh and Laurel hooking up. Every time Manuni says the word raw in raw footage, she says it like raw footage, and I was expecting something really crazy, but Laurel and Josh kind of just walk off camera. I'm not naive, but that wasn't raw footage. They say they just kissed. This was a weird segment. They do the beanbag toss. Nehemiah makes it through it without puking. He hits Josh. Maria asks him to choose who to send into elimination between Rachel and Tori. He chooses Tori. On to Bananas Angels, the footsie on the bus fiasco, and two angels winning. The angels are now suddenly dressed as angels, which is cute, but the whole angels concept irritates Tori as she feels the angels would have beat her no matter what. There's foot discussion, close-ups on feet, accusations that Kara's feet aren't good enough for Bananas, with a random pot shot from Laurel about Kara's relationship with Polly. They talk about Aviv playing footsie with Bananas on the bus. In the clips, it's clear that Aviv and Bananas are jokingly playing footsie in a way that friends would. Aviv is standing by her lie that she accidentally brushed toes with Johnny, and Devin says if his woman was playing footsie with Bananas on TV, he would basically never forgive her and leave her. I took this like Devin was insinuating that Aviv's husband should leave her over this joking footsying, which was not cool, and Aviv should have ripped Devin a new asshole here. A segment on the women who carried the season on their backs, with Rachel narrating that from her entry speech to her final confessionals. Everyone showers the women with praise, and Janae apologizes to the group for not showing up in a good place this season mentally, and says she's been working on healing herself. On the targeting system, being targeted, dodging being the target, Era 3 still resents Janae for dodging her turn to self-nominate. Amanda says Janae was smart for that, and Janae just feels like she was on the wrong team and should have been on Era 2. Josh owns backing out of the elimination against CT, but he regretted it and self-nominated the next time. Era 2's conversation about this gets thrown off because Emily and Ryan bring up that Laurel threw the challenge to get Emily out. Laurel starts mocking Ryan being a crybaby and pulls out a book to read out of boredom, which, like clockwork, descends into Laurel and Kara squabbling.
Yeah, I'm sorry that it pisses you off that I am on the challenge, baby. You can't change it.
There's another moment
on Avery deadlocking the vote and sending Tony home, which in retrospect was one of the best moments of the season. Tony video chats in, and Tony and Avery still can't agree on this or make it make sense. Jordan calls Tony a dummy. Laurel accuses Tony of losing on purpose to get his appearance money, and Tony tells them to kiss his ass. He's wearing leggings with his name on the butt. You know Bananas is thinking that is not how you moon a camera on Zoom. TJ zooms in. Jordan really showers TJ with praise in a respectful tribute. They address Bananas insulting TJ's face in the puzzle. TJ knows Bananas knew it was him the whole time. Michelle reassures TJ that Bananas, like CT, is overrated. Manuni reveals the result of a poll for a man and woman to be the challenge GOAT, Rachel and Jordan as the GOATs, so now whenever we debate who the GOAT is, we can look back at this poll and these belts. Breezing through more topics, Amanda doesn't like Michelle and thinks she's sneaky. Amanda thinks Ashley should have been cast instead of Avery. Tina beanbags Jordan. He gets called out for calling Era 1 basically washed up. They set Jordan up with this, and he does make himself look like an ass here, doubling down on his comments. We focus on Kara and Tori's budding friendship. Tori gives Kara her flowers, metaphorically. Laurel is making scrunched up faces during the whole thing. I was wanting to hear what she was thinking, but she keeps it to herself. Kara gives Tori a pillow that has Carl on it that says you've been unblocked, and Kara says it's poopy color like Tori's dress. And also, Tori said off the show that she wore brown to this reunion because she soiled herself after the final. Amanda's face speaks for the audience on how cringe the pillow interaction was. The show ends with Derek, Tori, and Kara coming out in drag with season 40 cupcakes. Maria invites Bananas to redo the toast he complained was cut from the show. Then she interrupts him to say they're out of time. This would have been funnier if they would have let him do the speech and edited it out saying cut for time, but I don't run the show. Overall, the first half of the reunion was stronger than the second half. I'm left a bit underwhelmed that with this 40-person cast, they couldn't drum up enough people with even enough off-camera drama to jam-pack a two-part reunion. I just look at an uneventful reunion like this from such a seasoned production, then I see the kind of high-quality entertainment that Zeus Network, for example, are putting out, leaves me feeling underserved. You have 40 of the most outspoken, volatile people in television history. This should have been must-see TV. And that's kind of how I feel about this season as a whole. Similar to how I feel about Survivor 40. Coming into it, I had such high hopes for this being a big epic season. Between some terrible production decisions and a bit of a tragic boot order, it ended up being just okay. But we were expecting it to be excellent. At least there was a satisfying enough ending and not much toxicity. I could really see myself enjoying this season on the rewatch. But I'm missing the toxicity, which makes me so excited for All Stars 5, which I'll be covering starting next week. I'm so excited for that. It's going to be so messy. That's what I'm here for if you can't tell. So if you like what I'm doing, give this video a like, subscribe so you don't miss that. I'm here for All Stars 5, Deal or No Deal Island, and The Traitors. If you're only here for the challenge, I'll see you for season 41. You can keep up with me on social media. The links are in the description, where you can also check out some of my reality TV art. Until next time, you know where to find me. Bye.